Fife Flyers TV, sponsored by the Bay Hotel, Fife's premier wedding venue.
I thought our start and finish was pretty decent. It was the midsection of that game where we really had a big lull and lost a lot of momentum. 2 key power play goals for them, a couple of missed assignments, and it shows you the difference. And I felt is that because of our early chances didn't go down, I sensed the guys tighten up. And I think that there's a couple things you can't shut off in this league at any time, and we're certainly guilty of that tonight. It's disappointing because I thought that we had some positive competitive signs through the preseason. It just didn't transfer over tonight, and as I said, it looked like pucks are bouncing off sticks at inopportune times. We were making some bad decisions. I'm glad that we managed to claw a couple back at the end and make a push for it, but when you're chasing the hockey game, it doesn't always come off at the end, and you see the result of that.
As you mentioned, there was a few mistakes leading to the Glasgow goals. Is that something that maybe the newer players need to know coming into this league? You can't make mistakes in this league because you're going to get punished for it.
Well, I think that's important, and that's something that we've discussed at length. And momentum's a big thing in hockey. I thought up until the point that they got their first power play goal, it looked like we couldn't buy a goal. We certainly had good opportunities. There were pucks laying out in the slot. It really seemed to give Glasgow a boost, and they certainly took advantage of that. I think the guys are certainly disappointed. They recognize that this was a big crowd, and the atmosphere in the building was exciting. I feel like they let the people down a little bit tonight by just not being at our best for the entire game. But it's a long season. We get another crack at it tomorrow night, and we have to go into this tough Dundee building and go and produce a result.
As you mentioned the end of the game there, I mean, you've got to take positive from that the team did manage to bring themselves back into the game.
Well, I think so, but if you look at it, I mean, I thought that at times we were perimeter. Yeah, we had some shots on net in that second period, but they were from the outside, and we didn't look dangerous at all, and we weren't getting traffic to the front of the net. We discussed it as a group, but how those 2 goals went in is we were putting pucks on net, and we had bodies standing in front, and we banged both of those home. You have to be willing to do that, and you have to be willing to stand in those areas. Got a few communication problems we got to work on. There was guys pinching at the wrong times, and I think probably guilty of individually trying to get something going and not playing as a 5 or 6 man unit. But there's also some positives from that game. I thought at times we played very well. It just certainly wasn't enough tonight.
When the game started off quite scrappy in the front period, and then Glasgow came more back into it, do you think it just was a case of just wasn't capitalising on the kind of flow in hockey as well?
Well, absolutely. I mean, as I mentioned, we had early chances, and those pucks, the longer we left them off the hook, the more you saw their confidence grow. And they had us hemmed in that second period, which is a shame. We haven't really seen that this year, and just silly mistakes that a team just coming together tend to make. But we had pretty solid 3 weeks together in training. We would have expected to be sharper, especially for home opener.
As we go to Dundee tomorrow, obviously they had some great results against Glasgow last weekend, so it'll be a tough test tomorrow.
Absolutely, they look incredibly offensive, very gifted skating-wise. They're not overly big, but they certainly counter well. So if we try to stick handle from the neutral zone like we did tonight at times, they're gonna turn pucks over and counter well. And we were dumping pucks at the wrong times, and it didn't look like we had an established recovery going on there. But when we did gain back the momentum, you saw us getting in on pucks first. And as I said, you switch off for a period, in this league, most nights it's going to cost you dearly.
The Bay Hotel, where your dream wedding becomes reality. Visit us at thebayhotel.net.